All right. Let's assume that it has started broadcasting to everybody now. So, hey
It is.
everyone,
I'm
what's
watching it.
up?
Oh
Welcome.
yeah.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
What's up?
welcome to our post-packed video for Tac-Com. I'm Chaps, joined as usual by Dodger and Sshwo, and we're also joined by theSuicideFox. So, you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, guys. What's up? Suicide Fox. I've been playing this game since 2006. Some people might know me from doing King of the Couch in New Jersey, New York, doing Gears 1 and Gears 2. Stopped doing tournaments, I want to say, shortly before Gears 3 came out, and I think Cream took over after me from King of the Couch stuff.
Okay.
I'm also kind of well known in the forums. You know, people see me all the time, posting all the time. Made a big thread about Torquebow Tag, and then it got put into the game in Gears 3, so I'm very proud of that.
Nice.
And yeah, here to chat with you guys about Gears 4, right?
Yep.
What we're doing
Woo!
tonight.
All right.
Excited.
Okay, so thanks for that. Just a quick overview of tonight's show. In this stream, we're going to talk about Arms Race and Horde 3.0 and all the packs information that dropped over the past week. And don't forget, we're going to be debuting a new never-before-seen Gears 3 Easter egg that we found about a week ago. And as always, we'll try to answer any questions from the chat throughout the stream.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so real quick at the beginning, before we get into all the nice content, I wanted to talk for about a minute or so about Tac-Com and what we're doing now. Brief overview is that we're trying to increase the amount of content. We're all busy people, so we decided to bring in more contributors and work as a team. This way we're more easily able to put out a bunch of content, and probably higher quality content as well, since we're working as a team. I'm currently the main one producing the content, but soon we'll have people like Dodger, Sshwo, Krobos, Schwartzilla, and people like that to produce content for the channel. Also, big shout out to Jess. She's been doing a lot of the graphics work. She revamped our website for us. It's been a big help. Everything looks really good. So the last thing is our main motto is content for the community by the community. By that I mean that we're creating content for the community. It's for you guys. It's not something that's out there for us to make money or get views on. We don't monetize any of the videos. Everything is for you guys. We want it to be informative and cause discussion or be entertaining. And the second part, by the community, you recognize we're all people from the community. We're on Twitter every day. We're on the forums every day. We're people interacting with you guys. We're not just some faceless YouTuber out there who's creating videos and then never talking to you guys. So yeah, that's what we're doing. There's more information about it on our website, which I'll link here in the chat. So, all right. Anyways, enough of that boring stuff. So let's get into some nice discussion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah!
All
Let's
right.
do it.
If you're into that kind of thing.
Dodger, you want to start us off talking about Arms Race a little bit?
Arms race. Well, when they showcased that, they could have had better teams, I could say that. But it's definitely a fun game type from the looks of it. Team-based Master at Arms, it seems, but like the other way around, where you have the most lethal weapon, the boom shot, going all the way down to the Bolt Hawk, which compared to the rest has like the slowest kill time, I guess. But I mean, from my initial thoughts on it, it looks like a great map. A great game type. You don't have like the infinite ammo, but there are ammo packs there. My initial thoughts are just, so it looks like it's going to be a fun game type. I mean, I'm still going to be playing Dodgeball in Guardian, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, I think it looks really nice, and I do really like the way that they changed from most lethal down to least lethal, the least lethal being at the end, because it really makes for closer matches. It lets, if one team gets further ahead, they're on weaker weapons, so the other team's going to have a better chance of catching up. The other team's not going to have an amazing chance at passing them. It's not going to increase that chance that much, but it's going to make for much closer matches in the end, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, it's
Yeah.
all about momentum. Like, if you can keep on getting those 2v1s and making sure that the enemy team doesn't rally and doesn't, team up and, like, hold the spot, then you can just keep on killing them.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if you have less lethal weapons.
This
I mean, if you have the
showcase was
momentum.
terrible. The showcase was terrible for showing off the mode. I mean, that's not how the game mode's going to play out at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the people playing were not that good.
You know, they got to get the people out there and have some fun. But yeah, that was a little unfortunate to watch at
Yeah.
times.
So,
Hmm.
Sshwo, SuicideFox, you guys have any thoughts on the mode?
It looks fun, you know. I mean, I think we all kind of expected it to be some kind of game type like that when they named
Yeah.
it. And if you looked at the card thing, it had like all the weapons on it. So I mean, you know, you knew there was no free for all in the game. It's a nice little twist on the mode to keep that idea going.
Yeah,
That's pretty much all I got.
I remember making a post when the card came out and we were all like speculating what it could be. I actually remember posting that I thought it was going to be basically Master at Arms, but like a team version. It turns out I'm kind of right, and it looks really good. What I really like about it is they kind of took like one shot, one kill Torpo tag and kind of turned it into like an actual mode, and looks like it's like one of those things that's just like really fun to play. But I'm sure it could probably get frustrating pretty quick. I don't know if you guys noticed, but whenever the Enforcer came up, it was always like real because it went from long range to short range real quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they had to like close the gap, and the other team was running away the whole time. I could see that stuff like that being a problem with it, where you get these moments of like, oh man, we just can't catch them because we gotta get close.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
looks
is
pretty
kind of
good.
weird because it goes Marxa. I mean, I'm skipping ahead. Marxa, Lancer, Retro, Hammerburst, and then Enforcer. I think they could have done like Marxa, Hammerburst, Lancer, Retro, Enforcer. You know, like from longer range all the way down to short range.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So
Yeah.
there's a
mean,
bunch
it's-
of really good things about the mode, but there were two things I didn't like that I just wanted to bring up. Most of you guys probably know about these. Everyone on the forum seems to agree with me about these points. And first one is melees are counting towards your quota, towards the weapon. I don't like that at all. I don't know what it should be. It's not judgment where there's no down but not out. There's actually downs now, so it's going to be difficult. I don't know if they just make it so that if you melee the person down, it doesn't count towards your quota, or what they do. But what are your thoughts on the melee?
That's a tough spot. I mean, what do you do there? Maybe you do it so like if they actually kill them with a melee, it doesn't count, but you can still melee them down and just finish them off. So I mean, with the DBNO, kind of a hard issue to address. Maybe they can find a way, maybe not. I mean, I don't think it's going to impact the mode too much. A lot of these weapons are pretty powerful. I mean, you have to like. It's not like Judgment was a little different where it was kind of easy to get melee kills because like you can just move in and like do like whatever. But in this game, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna push through a Lancer shooting right at you and melee somebody down. I mean, someone's got a boom shot. You're not meleeing somebody with a boom shot unless they really suck. Same thing with a drop shot. So I mean, I don't foresee it being too much of an issue, but it is kind of a cheap thing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I thought of a good solution to that actually. So when you get killed now, it shows you like the percentage of damage that was done by each player and all that kind of stuff. So the game's tracking percentage of damage for stuff already. So if at any point there's certain percentage of damage from shooting the weapon, I think it should count no matter how. Because think about it, with like the SMG, you know, because it shoots so fast, you're gonna blow a whole clip to down somebody, and then what are you gonna do? Reload when you're like 5-on-1? You're better off just sometimes just going for the melee kill to finish them off
Yeah, so maybe
and take that kill.
maybe if more than 50% or so of the down came from actual damage from the weapon
Yeah.
instead of a melee. I don't
Yeah,
know.
something like that. Except for the retro, because I think the retro having a knife, it makes it more of a melee weapon.
Yeah.
So if
and
you
the
melee
the
someone down
chainsaw
with the
too.
retro, that'd be stuff like that. It would be
Yeah.
that would make it that would be different, but the exception to the rule, you know.
I don't think it's a black and white thing. I don't think it's going to be necessarily an easy change, but I do think it's something that they should look at changing.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't like is something that's going to be extremely rare. I don't see them changing this, but I really hope that they will, just to make the game more consistent. So this we actually saw in the first match that they played. So I say it's rare, but it might not actually be that rare, being we saw it already.
It can be exploited, I bet.
Yeah. So they switch at one point from the drop shot to the overkill. And what happens is you have a 3-second time period after you get your last kill before you switch. They fired a drop shot during that time period, and then they switched to the overkill. So then now they had 3 kills to get with the overkill. At that time, the drop shot fell and got a double kill. So essentially, and then that took 2 of the kills off their overkill quota. So, long story short, they had a drop shot count for 2 of their overkill kills. I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they can just freeze like the kills counting in between weapons like that.
Well,
no, it doesn't count if it happens during the countdown, but with weapons that are explosive projectiles, so like you have like 1 second left on the boom shot, you can shoot it, have your weapon switch, and then the boom shot kills somebody. That will count towards your next weapon.
Maybe they can freeze the kill counting. I
feel like it's an easy one. It has the kill feed displayed in the bottom, so make it so that if it shows a drop shot kill, it counts as a drop shot kill. It doesn't count as an overkill.
Yeah, we're talking about arms race, Goliath.
Yeah,
I think you have to consider that there's going to be those instances where, like, you're not going to know that your teammate just killed somebody, and you're going to be in a fight. So I could see some people feeling like they got robbed of kills if in that situation where, like, I was trying to. Yeah, but it's not counting towards winning. So, I mean, what I think would be a better option, because say you're in a position where, like, you were pushing them and maybe you still have the advantage or something like that, but just have it so that when the timer changes, if the drop shot's in midair, just the drop shot disappears. That's it. Like, it's gone. So that way it doesn't even get the kill. It leaves the guy alive because maybe this guy's like in a corner somewhere by himself, and you could just run in with the next weapon and finish him off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there'd be a situation where like you want to kill that guy, but you don't want to kill him with that weapon. But then your teammate just killed somebody, so you can't fire for 3 seconds. It's like, there's that weird period.
That's actually a heads-up play, though. I mean, like, you're actually paying attention to what's happening, and I think you should be rewarded for that because you will switch to that weapon. And then you'll kill him with that weapon, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the way everything's set up right now, it's when you have a torque bow or a drop shot or a boom shot, as soon as you see that timer hit 1 second, you're gonna pull the trigger, and there's just gonna be your whole team's gonna have them flying across the map, hoping you can get that extra kill off of the next weapon. So I think this is just like the melees, where it's not black and white what should be done, but I think most people would agree that something should be changed about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible these things won't even be like big issues, but it's definitely worth discussing.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
One thing that actually came up during this discussion that we sort of just glossed over is the Marksa. So the Marksa's back. It's called the Marksa Mark 1. I think it's strange it's not the Mark 2. They're going back to the Mark 1. But
well, because it was the first edition of the Mark.
It's
the one that we saw
like
in Judgment was the Mark 2.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just weird.
But yeah, I think it looked pretty cool. I'm a pretty big fan.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fast rate of fire Marksa without a scope on it, essentially.
Yeah, that'd be a great secondary weapon in multiplayer.
Yeah, that's a big thing to note, is it's secondary. It's not a starting weapon.
It'll be definitely a fun change of pace.
I was actually going to make a post about this. I was going to call it Gears of Math. But basically, it looks like they took like different versions of the same weapon and put them onto a new weapon. So like the Hammerburst Mark II that was in Gears 2, Gears 3, and then Judgment technically, that's now basically the Marksa.
Yeah.
And then, they brought back the old Hammerburst, and now the retro kind of looks like, it still kind of looks like the old retro, but they made it look like it was more for like the long range than the short range.
Yeah, it's definitely a medium long range weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a completely different weapon though. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Enforcer looks like it's the Gears 1 Lancer, because if you use the Gears 1 Lancer a lot, you notice that you blow through a clip like real fast. It's got a high rate of fire, high damage per bullet. It actually downs faster than any other Lancer in any other game. It kills you faster, but because it blows through his clip so fast, that's why people have so much trouble with it, because you have to actually land all your shots.
Yeah.
And that's what the Enforcer looks like now,
Well, that and Gal 1 netcode being terrible.
Yeah, that too.
That's why the Lancer is so good in UE. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a good comparison, though. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a little different in its effective range and all that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the range looked kind of pathetic, but
that's good though. It's kind of like what the Gears 3 Retro was supposed to be. It seems like they finally found a way to make a close range automatic that isn't dominant at all ranges.
Yeah, no, I really like it.
Yeah.
I think it'll work out well.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it could still be a problem, but it
Yeah.
might not be. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm only worried about it when you have like maybe 2 or 3 people crossing you with it in close range. That's the only time where I'm like, because that was when the retro was the worst. Was when you had like 2 retros on you in close range. Like there was absolutely nothing you can do.
Yeah,
If it was 2 lancers, maybe you could sneak away. But with retro, it's just there's like it, a millisecond and you're dead.
Yeah.
I think that's generous right there. I think it's less than a
Yeah.
millisecond.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but I mean, you get good team fire with any weapon. So they're dead
Yeah.
anyway. So Nashers, pistols, that's whatever.
All right, you
Yeah,
guys
I'm not.
wanna...
I'm not too worried about any of the starting weapons. I'll be playing escalation. So
You guys want to move on and talk about Horde?
yeah, why not?
Sure.
Yeah, let's talk about Horde.
Yeah, it's a
Alright.
few things to discuss there. Right?
Yeah. We'll talk about classes here in a minute, but just before we go in depth on any of the classes, what are your thoughts on the class-based Horde?
Finally, a good version of class-based co-op.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's not restrictive. That's why it's sucked in Overrun.
Yeah, it's very similar to what I said when they first announced class-based. It's like, okay, cool, it's not character locked, it's not weapon locked. I predicted wrong where, okay, they do start with different weapons from each other, so I predicted that wrong. But the fact that they all have abilities, and that's essentially, they're all abilities that add to the class. There's nothing that takes away or makes them weaker. So I think that's the big thing, is that it's only things that add to the class. There's nothing to make them weaker. And it's
Yeah.
not weapon or character locked.
Such a smart move.
I
That
was
would have been so
actually
good.
when I saw that, I was kind of hoping there'd be more than 5 classes. I hope they can add more in the future because I've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately, and there's class. That's a class-based game, and it'd be cool to have maybe a character that was like a class in Gears where it's like a tank character, just someone who could take a lot of damage. Maybe they have some sort of ability where they could like act as a decoy for their team and draw fire, stuff like that. I think it would be cool to see that sort of thing. Maybe a medic of some kind that does some sort of
Yeah, I
medic-y
was
thing.
surprised we didn't see any medic type thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could even be something simple where they just automatically revive people that are within a certain range of them. Just being close to them,
Yeah.
so you don't have to like actually revive them or nothing. That'd be pretty cool. So
Yeah, I don't think people would like a character that could take more damage. I feel like part of Horde is like, it's kind of like basically bare bones game, and you're just taking on the enemies. Like I don't know if people would like that, but I do agree it's kind of odd that there is no medic class. I thought for sure that would be one of them. Maybe they didn't want to bring back the stim grenade.
that's probably what it was.
All right, Dodger, you took a bunch of notes about the classes in our little spreadsheet. You don't have to go into too much detail, but you want to give a
Okay.
brief overview of them?
Got a little PowerPoint Excel going.
Well, the thing is, what was it with Soldier? It's the kind of, I would say, the basic class. You start off with a Lancer, Nasher, and frag grenades, and it's like if you want to just go in and do stuff, you don't really want to have a lot of responsibility towards the fortification and power resource. You just want to kill things, and Soldier's the best thing for you, or heavy. But for a Soldier, you start off with that. You can get several skills for your type of weapons. Like your skills, you can get frag grenade damage buffs. You can get rifle damage buffs. Like so, you can get like the Lancer, the Hammer Burst, the Retro. You can have more damage output on that, more ammo capacity. Because I think was it on the Nasher that it showed like 40 plus shells when like the max in campaign was like 39.
Yeah.
And then the next one was let's say the sniper. That's going to be like your precision. You want to take out like a mid-level enemy like a Scion. Like he's your best bet. Starts off with a long shot, Marksa, and his skills are like the epic one. The one that does like the most is that explosion headshot, where the explosion is going to be headshot damage in that AOE.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
cool.
Yeah,
so you
that
get
was pretty awesome.
60%. Because I'm just saying the ones that we saw on the stream. 60% headshot bonus. So like your headshots are even more powerful for those mid-range, mid-level bosses. And then was it like 30% on like the marks or something like that. Then you have so
I
the
think that
engineer.
class is going to be really good. The sniper.
Oh yeah, it's really like a skill. I would say like the skill based one because like a lot of the classes you can do. You can just kind of sit back and kill stuff like that, but you got to be very precise and accurate with
If you're good
snipe.
with that, if you're good at sniping, that class is
Yeah.
gonna help you guys a lot. Gold
Yeah,
glove,
high damage percentage.
Gold Glove
Those
was hitting his
headshots.
shots for the most part, and it really helped his team out during the first to 50 race.
His sniping
funny.
was a one-trick pony, though. I will say that he was always using sweep shots. That was all he was
Mhm.
doing, but he was doing good on it.
Yeah, he did miss a lot of pretty easy shots that he could have just taken his time with.
Yeah. The next one will be engineer. He starts off. He's with an enforcer, Nasher, and a repair tool. And the repair tool is big because you can actually buy a repair tool from any of the other classes, but it's 5,000 power to buy. So it's probably just best to have an engineer on your team as one of those like necessary
Well,
ones.
Can he drop it and pick up a pistol? I remember hearing that he's locked to that. Like he can't pick up a pistol and trade it. And I think that's because what would happen is I just pick engineer, I go pick up a pistol, I drop it for you, who's not an engineer, then go get myself killed and respawn with another one. Now we have two for free, and just keep doing that.
I think because
Until
of
we
that,
have-
it would be locked because that seems very exploitable.
Yeah,
You know,
this is how I
Dang,
think. I think
like
in
the last
exploits.
enemy on wave 1 just died.
Yeah.
All right, let me pick up another pistol. Die. Everyone has repair tools. Woo.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm pretty sure that that's locked to engineer.
yeah, I think if you have it, like you can't drop it. But yeah, engineer, their main thing is discounts on fortifications. Their repair tool is more efficient, so that it'll heal and restore ammo faster at a lesser cost.
yeah,
And then, I mean, that's really the only thing.
Seems
You
like
can go
you've
crazy with the
definitely
turrets.
won at least one engineer.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
one. The
you
next
can make
one
such good
is
use out of
scout.
turrets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the next
scout.
one is the scout. That starts with retro Nasher, I believe. Their skill, like their main passive, like their job is to collect energy because if they do it in combat, so during a wave, they get double the power. So like especially if you see like a 3 power thing, because the power has 1 stack, 2 stack, or 3 stacks. A 3 stack could be worth 800 power, but if you double that, you just got a free 800 if the scout picks it up. So like the single ones where it's like 49 plus 49, sure they'll add up, but like it's those big enemies that give you like the best bang for your buck for the scout. They have the double power thing. They can get more health, faster movement speed. That'll be like their skills that they can choose from. Last one is the heavy. Starts out with a retro, boom shot, and a bolt talk. So he has a bolt talk even.
Starting out with a boom shot. That's
Right,
crazy.
starting out with a boom shot, and and they have like a lot of ammo capacity too.
Yeah, but what happens at
Yeah,
the
he
end
had
of
like
a
8
round?
bullets.
Do you regen ammo at the end of a round or something like
It
that?
seems like you do.
Seems.
I think the heavy does, like, because I remember seeing him like get more ammo, but if like another class had a boom shot, I don't think they get ammo.
Yeah, I think you might just regen ammo on if you have any of the primary weapons, you'll probably regen.
Yeah.
And if you have one of your class's starting weapons, then you might regen ammo. But
Yeah,
I'm
because
guessing
Gold
if you-
Glove was picking
And-
up crazy amount of long shot ammo in between rounds.
right, but he
Right.
wasn't
Yeah,
picking
like
up
24.
Embar. He wasn't
Yeah.
picking up Embar though, but
Oh,
he
Yeah,
that's
was
his
true.
Embar
off the
was running
ground.
out.
So yeah,
So,
I'm guessing it's
but
starting
yeah,
weapons or class-specific weapons.
Yeah. But like the heavy, he does more damage on a turret. His boom shot does more damage. Any like heavy weapons, he does more damage.
He also has some sort of bolt talk boost.
Yeah.
Ryan was mentioning it on the
Every
stream at one point.
shot, so his first shot does, normal damage, 100%, right? The next shot will do 30% more damage, so 130%. The next one does 160, 190, and the last one will do 250%, so it'll be 2.5 shots for one. So you do that with headshot, that could probably take down, was it an insane Scion in one shot on like waves, like before the double health. So maybe like it can take him down one shot.
And if you active reload it, you get even more out of it,
Yeah.
And you can fire faster with the bolt talk. It's almost like a semi-auto. You can pull it as fast as you want. When it was in the beta, when
Yeah,
you get
it was really fast rate of fire.
Yeah.
It was like as fast as you could pull the trigger with an active, though.
But yeah, I mean, those are the classes. I mean, to start, I will probably be engineer or heavy. But I mean,
I think scout and engineer, you want at least one of those.
yeah, scout and engineer are definitely.
You have to have a
I mean,
scout,
sure,
yeah.
not necessary. Like you can't win without it, but like they make your life so much easier. They make the fight so much easier.
Yeah, I'd say you want a scout and engineer,
And a heavy. I would say
probably a
that.
heavy. Soldier and sniper you only want if you have someone who, like
Yeah.
Dodger, who can hit all of his headshots.
I didn't say it was good. I have my moments on Ultimate Edition. I have my moments.
I don't know about the soldier. Yeah, he has that grenade thing, but
Yeah, 7 grenades. You can plant up to 7 grenades with the highest skill unlocked.
I still just
What other skills does the soldier have? Did they talk about that at all?
rifle damage buff,
Yeah,
grenade
rifle damage buff,
ammo buff.
yeah, ammo buff. Frag grenades do more damage.
Yeah, if you could have a lancer with like 1,200 shots, that'd be pretty useful.
That would, yeah, I mean, I can definitely see it being over 600. So,
What if it was over 9,000?
right? just
That'd be pretty
keep on
good.
shooting.
Yeah.
Oh. But no, the thing is like, okay, he can plant up to 7 grenades. Does that mean like he can hold 7 grenades at once? If that is, then soldier might actually be a thing. Because at first I'm like, I think we can do it without a soldier.
Yeah. Want to talk about the enemies or fortifications?
You can do that, right?
All right. Let's just gloss over the fortifications quickly.
Well, hold on,
except
just
for
real
the new
quick.
stuff.
So I'm probably gonna be an engineer and a heavy. What about you three? What do you feel that you're gonna be?
Fox,
engineer.
what do you think?
Which one would I pick? I'd probably be the scout. Even though I hate the retro lancer with a passion, it's still like they put it in the game. I forgive them at this point. I have gone through the phases of like anger and all that, and I've come to forgive them for putting the retro back in the game. It actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look like crazy powerful.
Yeah, it's a completely different weapon, and it's not a starting weapon.
Yeah, and I feel like scout would fit me the most because I'm always trying to like be up close to people and all that kind of stuff. And I do use a shotgun a lot in Horde, but I found that past wave like 15, you want to drop it for something else, and I'd probably drop it for like an overkill or something because that's basically just a power weapon version of the Nasher. You know?
With a lot more range.
Yeah.
Sshwo?
I could see myself running engineer a lot. I ran it in Battlefield. I like doing the repair stuff. And maybe sniper too, because I like the Marks. I think that's a pretty cool weapon. Or it looks like it is anyway.
I was thinking that too. Engineer and sniper, pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of tempting to start with a boom shot too, though, and get the turret bonuses. I like running the turrets in Horde.
Okay.
So, I'll give them all a shot and see how it goes.
All right. Quick overview of fortifications. Fences, just like Gears 3. Decoys, we didn't get to see much. Guessing just like Gears 3. I don't know if there's going to be a bot that can join your team if you upgrade it all the way.
No, yeah, they did. Yeah, they said that.
Oh, they did?
It will.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Didn't see that.
You see a level 2. I think it's a level 2 decoy during the fan challenge.
Yeah.
And it's actually one of the teams that won to wave 10. They used 2 decoys, and it worked well. Like worked almost as good as the fence line. So
Cool. Um, let's see. Man turrets seem really powerful, but they take ammo now, so you're gonna have to have your engineer constantly refilling the ammo, pretty much.
They took ammo in Gears 3.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it
I-
did.
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
it?
it firing would
forgot about that.
damage it though. So that was weird.
No,
That
No,
was how
There-
you would boost through to get the Fortifications achievement. Someone would sit there firing it, and you'd
Oh, I
sit
thought
there
you meant the
repair it
sentries.
over and over and over
Okay,
again.
yeah,
the
yeah. The sentries
Uh,
actually had ammo too. Like if when they fired, they would actually lose health for some reason.
Yeah, I
So-
actually played a little GAU 3 Horde Saturday night, and I was rocking the turret a lot of the game. Even at the top level, it still has
yeah, I
limited
never
ammo.
really liked the turret in Gears 3.
It was
It's
good on
not
Clock
worth it.
Tower.
I mean, when you see the like you have a turret bonus wave, like just buy one, then get it. But yeah, it's not worth it.
Silverback.
Well, I'm saying like in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
beginning, before you get the silverback.
Sentry turrets. They seem to play a really big role in this compared to Gears 3.
Yeah.
Once again, they take ammo as well. So you're gonna want your engineer repairing and refilling their ammo. God, yeah, they really seem to do work when they're set up right. There's a shock one and I guess just a kinetic one. Is there any flame one or anything? I don't know.
Didn't see
I
it.
didn't see one.
But we probably
cool if
haven't
there
seen
was one.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh.
it was limited.
Yeah, but those look crazy. The other fortification that they showed off that I'm really liking is that weapons locker. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna be a game changer too, because being able to take like the salvo rocket or something and put it in there, like a really really big gun, and put
Yeah.
it in there and have like 5 of them for when the boss wave comes up. That's gonna
Yeah.
make or break like a whole boss wave round.
Yeah, so for those who haven't seen it, it's essentially a thing that you can go put, depending on the level, you can put different amounts of weapons in it, and over time the weapons will slowly regen ammo and reload themselves. So, like they just said, you can put tri-shots or salvo rocket launchers in there, and when a boss wave comes around, everyone can pull one out. This is instead of you making sure that at the end of the wave, everyone picks up a rocket launcher and holds it when the next one starts so it doesn't disappear or anything. And the other big thing I saw for it was for a class like the sniper. He could put his Marksa or his M-bar in there, so it would regen ammo, then go pick up another one. So he could use that, and when it ran out of ammo, he could go get his other one back out, so that you just make sure you don't run out of ammo during the match.
It'd be a good free way to get ammo. But then you're wasting a slot that you could have like a boom shot or a drop shot or something in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, still, you can use those weapons during a boss wave. Once it's over, like make sure there's like one left, put it in on like wave 11, and then by the time heck like wave 13 shows up, like it will be filled. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, how much did you want something like that? Like playing through Horde, all these times you have all these power weapons, but they're really not useful because they don't have that much ammo.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
one
that's
other
probably-
big thing about Horde. I don't know if you want to talk about it yet, but what about the fact that Horde is at 30 frames per second?
I don't know why people are up in arms about it. Like
Yeah, I don't think it's that surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not surprising to me, and I really don't care that much. I would care if it was versus multiplayer, but
Yeah.
Same here.
I don't care for Horde. I love Horde,
Yeah.
but I don't care because it's a co-op mode.
Like
Plus, you
30
have to
frames per
consider
second,
that-
it's smooth enough to be okay in campaign and horde, but you know you want to be really smooth in versus, yeah, make it 60. But like you don't need it to be like perfectly like 100% smooth in horde.
Or I'll
You
just
know.
play 55 frames
Yeah.
per second on my computer, right?
Yeah.
Because
There
they
you go.
did confirm that it's unlocked on computer for Horde as well.
59.5 frames, right? Put it up to that.
All right, let's talk about the enemies. I think this is the last topic I've got for Horde, is talking about these enemies.
Yeah.
All right, so we saw in the Horde trailer, the trailer we saw the heavy swarm units, and I guess they're called Scions.
Oh, we're just going right to the scions. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought we were gonna just keep those for last.
Nah, we got bosses for the end.
All
Nah,
right.
bro, that's not how we work, bro.
Yeah, man, I ain't about that kind of life.
Dark Case is gonna want to know
Don't
about
roll
the
that way.
Scions.
Oh yeah, I should probably pull up that video for here in a bit.
Yeah.
Um, so let's see. Scions, they can carry boom shot, drop shot, mulcher, buzzkill. Anything else? That
I
they can
mean,
carry?
They
I
can
wouldn't be
pop your head
surprised
with
if
their
they-
bare hands.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they can carry the rocket launcher, the salvo.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Here, you know what?
You know, it's actually served them really well. I mean, it's been, you know, it's actually served them really well.
Are you gonna show the video?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show the.
My video
No,
or the one
no,
that?
I'm gonna show the
isn't-
execution real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
These things are.
Execution is badass.
It's actually served them really well. I mean, that shows the caliber of play, how good they're playing.
This is for the salvo?
Get this far on.
No. Oh, I want to know what the salvo execution is gonna be. Dang
Yeah, me
it!
too.
That'd been the first thing I did. If I was
Yeah.
But yeah, this.
I'll look at the best person on their team right here. Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
that
dope.
that execution is really tight. All right, back to our pictures. See our lovely mugs. Let's see. What else do we have about them?
100% in one hit. Ha.
Dodger, do you want to go to your video of it?
Well, you have it.
I mean, yeah. Do you want me to show it now?
Yeah.
If I can find
So
it.
the video that you don't show it now yet, but so Dark Chaos, you want to know why some swarm people glow? Well, the Scion actually has its own special ability that you'll see in the video. It kind of raises its arm like up in the air, and an orange mist, like kind of like the little swarm mist thing surrounds him, and then really. It's like a frame or two. You can see a swarm drone go around cover. He's not glowing, but like a split second later, he is glowing after the Scion lowers his arm. And Chappie's going to show the video of it. Do you have the still images too? The 3 still images?
I don't have stills, but I can pause the video.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. You're gonna want to be looking up in this area here. You see that gas cloud that sort of appears while he's lifting his hand up in the air. You see the swarm drone is then glowing. So here, let me pause this here. Dodger, I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to see it in real time. But I got it paused on the guy lifting his hand up in the air right now, so you can see a nice gas cloud forming around the guy. It's pretty cool. I didn't catch this the first time I watched it, and I don't know what this ability is going to be. I'm guessing it just buffs them, but
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what the effect is, but I mean, it can make them more aggressive. It could heal them like a Cantus. Probably
That's
not.
what I was gonna say. I think that's what it is. I think it's taking
I
on
hope
that
it's not.
Cantus
That's
role.
just like, what really?
Maybe it's a little of both. Maybe it gives them like a damage boost and then heals them whatever damage they took, and
Yeah.
so then they could.
Oh,
Like,
because
like,
that's actually
then they become
one
more
of the,
aggressive.
that's actually one of the skills. We're going back a little bit. One of
the
the
scout.
skills for the scout, 20% of their melee damage or shotgun damage heals them. So it's like vampire a bit. So yeah, maybe, who knows?
Yeah. For mechanics purposes, I would love for it to be a healing thing, sort of like the Cantus, but at the same time, I just really don't want it to be like that. Cause
You wanna try to pause it on the. So you as you see right now, you see the swarm drone up to the left, like behind that column. When he comes back around, when he goes forward, you see him. He's not glowing, but as the Scion is lowering his arm, like once he's done with his little animation, he glows, and that's really
it's
that's
very
like the
difficult to
best
get a shot
way.
of that.
And the only time you do see a glowing swarm person, I had to go back through this whole thing, is during waves, 6 through 10, like those type of waves, because that's
AKA
when,
when the
Scions,
Scions are there.
when the Scion's there.
Yeah.
It's got to be some sort of damage buff then.
Yeah, probably.
That would be kind of weird though. Like sure they're glowing, but like it will mean their weapons do more damage. I mean, sure that'd be kind of cool, especially on insane mode. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's Gears of War. I mean, reloading your gun makes it do more damage for some reason. So
I guess in that
why is that like a
reloads their
surprise to you?
bodies?
Yeah, there's some interesting properties on Sarah,
Yeah.
No
All
on
right.
pick is a good one.
So let's go back to the small
So there you go,
enemies
Dark
then.
Chaos. That's why they
Oh, yeah.
glow.
There you go, Dark Chaos. So
There you go, Chaos.
the smaller enemies.
Juvies.
The
Well, no, the
DB shock.
Shocker,
Yeah, the shock trackers.
the robot ticker wannabe.
These guys are actually really cool. They roll around. Did you see them attacking fortifications at all?
Yeah, they pop up and they have like a spinning disc
Yeah, it
that
was
that
really
hits the
cool
thing.
seeing them attack the fortifications. I don't have a video of that, unfortunately, but it was really cool. And if you kill one of these shock trackers, you can pick up a shock grenade sometime. They might drop a shock grenade for you, which is it's a new type of grenade that we haven't seen before.
Supposed to sort of replace the ink, huh? Like area of effect
I don't
damage
know.
type
Does
thing.
does it leave a cloud or is it just an initial shock
Well,
burst?
just in terms of like its function is similar to the ink, where it's like area denial, covers an area and something that you can't go through without taking damage, sort of thing. That's the only thing I could figure out what it did. I didn't see it much.
Yeah, I hope it leaves a toxic smoke cloud, sort of like what you get in Titanfall with the Titan electric smoke, sort of just area denial type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Filling
topic
that in grenade roll, I guess.
on the topic of trackers, did you guys see any like non-shock trackers in Horde?
Not that I recall.
Nope.
Like I thought there was going to be some like explosive ones.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about what their purpose is to not necessarily kill. I mean, they do give the DBs and stuff guns at some point, but they kind of are also population control, like police-ish, so they don't want to kill the people sometimes. So using something like that just to incapacitate you makes a lot more sense than something that would explode and kill you or destroy something that you might need. You know, this apocalyptic aftermath.
Looks like we lost Sshwo. Trying to get Sshwo back here. Yeah, on that topic, I think it's hilarious that they have these DB weapons for their police force, and the enforcer, that makes sense. They're police force, they're enforcing something. Overkill. Why would you give a policeman a weapon called an overkill? That's just stupid. All
Pay
right.
your taxes or we kill all of you
Yeah.
with sonic blasts.
Right, yeah, the little like it's like animation for firing looks weird.
And going back to what I was saying before about the Gears of Math thing, the overkill, people might freak out about this, but the overkill is basically the sawed-off shotgun. It's just a power weapon version of it. So they basically brought back the sawed-off without actually bringing back the sawed-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all the weapons from past games are kind of now in the game. They're just, this property is now on this other weapon. The Marxa is now the Hammerburst, and the old Hammerburst is now the new Hammerburst, now the old Hammerburst again. Or, I don't know. They can't seem to decide how many bullets their guns are supposed to fire.
Yeah. It
Oh my god!
What?
You ruined it!
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get Sshwo back in. I don't know what happened.
I think a Scion got him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Picked him up and crushed his head.
Let's see. So, while we try to get Sshwo back in, I hope I don't have to end the call and restart it. That would suck.
Oh, good, man. It wouldn't be a Tac-Com episode without
right?
technical difficulties.
So how about those juvies? They're really tiny. They're like wretches.
Right? They're
Yeah,
small.
They're
Like 4 foot nothing or something.
Like, who's scared of that? I mean, they're slimy. That would freak me out.
Who's scared of that? If you
completely.
saw that coming at you with that movement speed and agility, yeah, you'd be freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, you guys, everyone right now in the chat should go and Google the thing called the Rake, and just be prepared not to sleep tonight because the image you're going to see is like absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
I think that they based the Juvies on the Rake because it looks a lot like it. The Rake is a little bit more freaky, but yeah, they're kind of in that same category of that little tiny freaky humanoid thing coming at you.
Yeah.
Which is good because they're going for that horror kind of aspect feel of like the old games and stuff. so it works.
Any other enemies before we get to bosses?
Was
Uh-oh.
it the Sentinel? I mean,
There we go. The Sentinel. Oh yeah. Okay. So we know about the Guardian, the guy who carries the tri-shot.
yeah.
We also knew that there was one of the flying dudes who carried a salvo rocket launcher, and we've now figured out that they're called the Sentinels. So a Guardian carries a tri-shot, a Sentinel carries a salvo.
And that's kind of harkening back to Theron's too. I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
pointed that out, but that's
They're
Theron
on
Guard,
guard.
Theron Sentinel.
Ian. They're on
Yeah.
Sentinel.
Ooh.
Well, Guardian is, I mean, people know Guardian too, so we've got
Yeah.
Guardian, then Mode, and then Theron Guard.
Yeah.
All they got to do is just, talk to the wind or whatever it was in the first game.
Oh god, I
It's
messed
the
up
wind.
the stream again.
Yep.
You broke
When was
it,
the
man.
last time the wind said hostiles to you?
All right, yeah, let's continue on, talk about the
Oh
bosses here.
God, you ruined it again, chaps.
Yep, trying to fix it. Oh, is Sshwo getting back?
And we're back.
Ooh, and we got Sshwo back. We're good to go, guys.
Yeah.
Minor
You're just-
technical difficulty, you know?
Yeah, that's our technical difficulty of the week. You're just
We thought a Scion got you and crushed your head, man. We were worried.
You never know, you know?
you're back
They're out
just in
there.
time to talk about the bosses with us.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So they showed off.
Snatcher carrier action.
Yep. So they showed off two bosses at PAX this weekend: the Snatcher and the Carrier. They also announced. So there's going to be more bosses. They just wanted to save stuff for us at launch. They didn't want to show everything off now. They also announced though that the Kestrel is going to be a boss. That is the DB helicopter.
DB
And
Raven.
Yeah,
The
we saw
DB
the
Raven.
trailer crashing.
You'll be happy to know that I have looked at it, and the propellers, the props are spinning in the correct direction, and the
Correct
airfoils
direction.
are facing the correct direction. So it is providing the helicopter with some lift. It's not going to crash to the ground. Unlike the stupid Gears 1 Ravens, where the blades were.
Wasn't it the same in Ultimate Edition?
No, I think
weren't
they
they-
fixed it in Ultimate
They
Edition.
fixed it in Ultimate Edition? Okay.
It's a good start.
So let's talk about the Carrier. That's the first one that we saw. So Dodger, you want to talk about that one?
The Carrier, that was it at E3, right? When it was first announced, or at least shown?
We saw a
Um,
In
breakout.
the
Yeah.
cinematic, yeah.
It's a huge swarm guy with, big buffy arms, but he has like a slug body, like he has like no legs. So you see he kind of just, goes around with his arms. And he's very strong when it comes to like just destroying your fortifications. Like was in the fan challenge, he took down I think a fence and 2 sentries in one hit. And that was just on the wave 10 boss.
Yeah.
And then so you don't want it inside your base, but also you have to worry about his little ability where he sends out I think 5 or 6 cankers. They're like the swarm version of the Nemesis. They come out of his chest and they come in and they crash land on your parade. And we don't know
Like
what
a
we don't know
toxic-
what the substance is called. But it's like a toxic acid or something.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that has to do with the story. Like it's like the new emulsion, whatever it is. But their toxic acid, it's not good for your life expectancy to stand in it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I would rather go up against a Carrier than a Snatcher.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I mean, it also seems very slow.
yeah,
So it seems like it would be very easy to just run around the map and stay away from it.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, there were some points where it actually went over, like straight over a piece of cover that you normally can't just like go over, like mouth
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's slow, but it seems to be able to go
You can
across
cut
certain
corners.
terrains,
Yeah.
to catch you. Plus, it can
Because-
spit the things out to force you into the way it wants to go, or I don't know, however the
Yeah,
AI is designed to work.
That's the biggest danger with the carrier, the Nemesis things that it shoots out at you. Like,
Yep.
I got them so many times on the race to 50.
They look like tadpoles,
They kind of do.
floating tadpoles. Why does everything gotta float in this world? It just floats. No wings, no nothing. Just everything's just floaty. It's like Jigglypuffs everywhere. Evil rabid.
Wait, you're talking about like
Jigglypuffs.
the was it the Reavers and the
Yeah, the Reavers, the
barges?
gas bags, the Shriekers, everything floats in this world. What kind of
Well, all
atmosphere
those
do they
things
have
are
there?
apparently lighter than air or something. Like they're full of gas.
Yeah.
So
They gotta be full of a lot of gas.
yeah,
Is
because
it-
like the Reavers, they have armor and they have locusts. So I'm like,
It's like
how light are they?
It's like I said before, there are some weird properties on Sarah.
Yeah,
Just
We
don't
need to get
hold
some
darts.
scientists
and now
out there.
Sarah's even gone
Full
more
of-
to shit.
Everything's just having a good time, floating
Speaking of
around.
weird stuff now, we got these snatcher things.
Yeah, that's probably the most disturbing boss I think in Gears today.
Some pretty
I
crazy
don't
looking
know.
bosses. They sit up high like a Reaver essentially, and they have the soft underbelly. The cool thing that people in the chat have been talking about is they can eat you, which is really cool. They will eat you, and you'll be like in its stomach hanging down, and if your teammates shoot the stomach enough, the stomach will open up and release you, and you'll be free to run away. But if you're in there too long, it's just gonna like digest you, and you're gonna die.
And it's just gonna, crap out your liquefied remains.
And your lancer.
So we could just think of the Snatcher as Edgar from Men in Black, right? That's pretty much how that works. Can you shoot from inside it? That'd be pretty
No.
cool if you could.
I mean,
Do
that'd still be
something
awesome
from
if you
inside.
had like a lancer equipped when you get down but not out and it snatches
You could chainsaw out.
Yeah, if you don't make it, it poops out your goggles.
Or heck, if you have like the frag grenade, like how you can detonate a frag when you're down but not out. You should do that while inside. That'd be awesome.
That would be
That's
fun.
a good point.
That would be fun.
I know, if you're gonna die, you might as well do some damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it also has its tail ability where it will.
Yeah,
I guess-
the freaking scorpion or something.
Yeah, it's like a scorpion thing essentially. You can see the tail sort of like charging up, and then it shoots at like an acid spear, I guess we're calling it, at you. It apparently does a lot of damage. Probably down you in one hit on normal or higher mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, very
Well, I mean,
powerful boss.
it one hit on hardcore, so
Yeah, I'm guessing it won't hit them on normal
Might
as
even
well.
might even one hit body you on Insane. There is some stuff like if you got hit in the face with a boomer on Insane on Horde.
Oh yeah.
I remember that would just straight kill you, whereas on hardcore you'd go down.
Yeah.
But it was like the higher waves, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, the bosses are definitely very multi-dimensional in this one, as opposed to in Gears 3. They all kind of have like that one thing they could do, really. These ones have all different kinds of attacks, and the Snatcher can eat you and tail you from like a mile away and claw you. And the
Yeah.
Carrier's got the Nemesis recreated or whatever they're called. Cankers? Is that what it was? I feel like it was something stupid like that.
Yeah, the cankers were
yeah,
the
cankers.
from the
Yeah,
carrier.
Floating herpes tadpoles.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I don't know
There's
if you guys
probably
talked
gonna
about
be.
it.
I'm gonna say maybe 2 more swarm, bosses, and then probably 1 more DB boss. And I really hope it's not some big robot like a a Sentinel from X-Men or something. Just like, yeah, but I'm just a big robot with a
Right.
big ass rocket launcher or something.
If I were to imagine
Optimus Prime or something.
what a DB boss robot would look like, I think it would look like a bigger version of the Shockers, Trackers, whatever they are, but
Or no,
something
or
with
like
a
a bigger
turret.
version
So it's
of
like
the
a
Sentinel.
vehicle robot.
Well, they are
kind of
gonna
thing.
have the Kestrel, which is the
Yeah,
DB
Castro,
yeah,
but like
DB
1
boss.
more DB boss. And
Yeah, probably a
maybe
ground-based.
it'll be like a
Like tank or
bigger
something.
Guardian or Sentinel.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a big Guardian or Sentinel, being that the Kestrel takes that flying spot.
I kind of like the idea of something like a giant tank type deal with a bunch of guns on it. I think
Yeah.
that'd be kind of interesting. But then again, how would it
Spider tank.
navigate them out? So yeah, it'd have to be something like that.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else about Horde that we want to talk about? I can't really think of anything. There was just so much information. I think we hit
Right.
most of the main points.
Yeah, like not counting the bosses, there's still a lot that was left out of Horde that they said that there's still stuff that we haven't seen. Like when you saw inside the fabricator, there was spaces. still left, and one of those spaces, chaps, remember the that mortar card,
Yeah.
that leak and stuff like that. That would be one of the fortificate. That would be one of the
Yep.
things that you can call in. You just go to the fabricator, click that, and that's like your command post. When you click it,
Yeah.
it'll do a mortar
Yeah.
strike.
Take that like command center spot.
Yep.
I mean, it's a small thing, but I think it's really cool that you can put like the what those are called defenses anywhere or anything anywhere really, as opposed to these static spots. I think
Right.
that's pretty cool. You can almost make like tiers of defenses. You could have like an outer ring, and then
Oh, yeah.
like once they get past that, you can have a little more heavily fortified backup area to run to. Keep your fabricator and your weapons locker all the way in the back. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do. It's definitely going to open up that game type a lot more.
You could also fully take advantage of the map layout, because I remember in Gears 3, there's some spots like on Thrashball. If you build one of the towers up top, you can build fences on certain parts of the stairs, but not like the parts of the stairs that you want to build the fence on. It's like, I want the fence here, not here, because it's going to come up the stairs this way at me. So being able to put stuff wherever you want is going to, really change things. And I'm willing to bet someone's going to find something that's just crazy broken like the first day. They're going to be like, oh, if you put like 30 turrets here and then a wall, it's going to like, they can't ever get
Well,
through.
no,
and
because
you
one
just
of the
sit
things
there
that I hated how people were doing were putting the fabricator up in that spawn. Like in the boss way, put it in the
Yeah.
back because you can use it as cover. There's a lot of no man's land in there in that back in
Yeah.
that spawn.
Yeah.
Put it back.
Unless it's so
you know.
far away.
Right. Oh my gosh. Put it in the back. You can have like 2, maybe 3 people use it as cover.
Yep.
Like put it in front of a turret to maybe block some damage.
Does it take
Yeah.
damage? I didn't like
No,
see
it's
anything kill it.
it is
No.
invulnerable.
It's
It is invulnerable. So yeah, I was kind of mentioning you guys like before the stream started. There's that little spot that people were hanging out in. I think Gold Glove was hanging out in it a lot, sniping. It's that one little spot that's kind of overlooking that T hallway where they like all funnel up the middle.
Yeah.
And it's got the 2 little walls and the little space in the middle. If you put the fabricator right there, I'm willing to bet you could be below it on the T part of it and access it through the wall, so then you could be anywhere on the map and get to the fabricator instantly. And that's a big deal when you have people die, because the moment you die and they pick up your stuff, and the moment they touch the fabricator, you respawn. So being able to do that from anywhere will make a big difference.
Yeah.
Plus, it blocks off that hole too. Now you can use it as cover.
All in all, I think they did a really good job with the mode. I'm not really a big Horde guy, but I'm definitely looking forward
I
to
was
playing
so
it in
scared
Gears
for
4.
it. I mean, like it's like they could completely destroy it, but from what I've seen, I'm like, I would say it's like a solid B plus, maybe A minus, depending on like what the new bosses are, how it
I'm
plays.
really looking forward to playing that.
Yeah.
Campaign at launch, play a few hours multiplayer, and then get the team ready to go do the 50 waves.
Yeah, I agree. It looks really good. I was really impressed with it, and I was really happy that you could just, like Sshwo was saying, you can just kind of do a lot of stuff that you want to do now. You're not limited anymore like you were in the past. I think that's the biggest part about it, is that they had that emergent gameplay come back.
Yeah.
That's why it looks so good.
People are going to get very creative in the things they do. It's going to be really cool to see how it plays out.
Hey chaps, what we're gonna do when we play Horde is go on Forge and have like 2 decoys in the center of the map, and then once like a lot of enemies come in, activate the Forge and just burn everybody.
See, there you go. Come up with strategies already.
like just have one person be like, "Come on, boss, come on, keep going, come on," and just that'd be awesome if you can one shot like a carrier or something. At least without the double health. I don't know. We should probably do it.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Give it a
test
shot.
bosses in
See
that.
how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, Dodger, is it time?
I think it's time.
Is it
It's
time?
time.
All right,
Is
so
it Vader time?
Oh, I was just going to say that. God damn it.
so the reason a lot of people are here in this stream probably is to see this Easter egg that we searched for quite a long time. Dodger ended up being the one in our group to find it, but I know he, Jess, Schwartz, and we put a lot of time in looking for this thing. Dodger put in like double the amount of time we did, so whatever, but we still put a lot of time in. So what I'm gonna end up doing, I guess Dodger and I talked about this a bit before. I put up a there's a tutorial video going up on YouTube soon. I'm just gonna play that video. It's gonna have my narration and everything over it.
So, Suicide and Sshwo, if you want to mute your mics or just not talk.
So we ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Let's probably crank the volume a little. Hey guys, Chaps here. Today we're going to be showing you the Locust Duck Hunt Easter egg, or at least that's what we've been calling it. Our team was the first to discover this Easter egg, with our primary finder being Phil Blue Dodger. As you can see, we're on Act 2, Chapter 2, House of Sand. To start off, we're going to shoot these coins that are hidden in the trees. This first coin is very difficult to see, so I would recommend using a sniper or a hammer burst in order to shoot it. You'll notice that we've killed all the enemies first. This doesn't really matter, but it makes it much easier. It's important to note that these coins must be shot in order. You'll notice that there's a little audio cue that happens if you hit a coin. Now is a good time to note that this can be done on any difficulty, and in either arcade or normal mode. It should also be noted that in this last section coming up, you want to make sure that you shoot the last coin before you kill the final enemy. Now that this last coin was hit, it's time for the fun part.
Look at all this ammo. They're definitely setting up home here.
Grab what you need and keep moving.
This is essentially a duck hunt style of game, with 5 enemies spawning in 5 random locations. You need to try and get the highest score possible. If you kill 0 enemies, your final reward will be smokes. If you kill 1, you get snubs. If you kill 2, you get boltox. If you kill 3 enemies, you get the gorgon. If you manage to kill 4 enemies, you get the boom shot. And if you manage to kill all 5 enemies, you get mulchers. In order to increase your chance of getting all 5, I would recommend not using the boom shot turret in the middle, and maybe even try this little trick that we did. You can switch to casual, arcade mode with infinite ammo, and super active reload. All right.
Yep, and that's the Easter egg.
Yeah, sorry for the quality. I don't have a capture card. Dodger has one. That's what Dodger used his to record it, and I think it was in 720p. When I ended
Was
up,
it?
yeah, I ended up getting the video in 720p, so that's what we have. But
Probably
yeah, there's,
you downloaded it right after I sent it, so
yeah,
it might not have.
uh,
Let me go on-
That's pretty crazy.
but yeah, we're calling it the Locust Duck Hunt Easter egg. Yeah,
It's a pretty good name.
yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a cool little Easter egg.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Don't know if there's any other Easter eggs left in the games.
But
Might-
we will.
Hello. Okay.
What I'm doing is I'm like
Lost
going back
message.
through the campaign of all the games and just like doing one last walk around before Gears 4. So I won't be like looking at every single pixel, but I'll
Yeah.
be going around just like let me check.
We also have there's another Easter egg that not many people know about that we found about a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't have a tutorial video for it, but it's listed up on our website under the Easter eggs section. If you guys want to check it out, put a link to the website down here so you guys can check it out. It's a flat Earth Easter egg where in Ram Shadow there's some globes, and if you shoot them at once, if you shoot all of them at once, the globes turn flat. It's a small Easter egg. That's why we didn't really put out a video for it.
Yeah, you shoot them and they become flat, and that's it. Oh man.
All right. So anything else? Anything else to talk about? Oh, also,
Oh, what
I'll put
about
this-
that false Easter egg of what in the showers on Rom Shadow, where like you could shoot some of the shower heads and they would go out? Oh my gosh, we thought that was going to be a cool Easter egg.
Yeah, God.
I mean, it still
We
might
spent
be,
so
but it's just
long.
like we tried every
tease.
single combination. I think there was what 6? Were there 6 shower heads that you can shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we tried like almost every single combination. It doesn't do anything.
That was ridiculous. That Easter egg tutorial is going to be made live on YouTube. The video's already uploaded. So as soon as we stop this stream, I'll make it live and tweet it out.
Yep.
That's all we've got then.
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to know, how'd you find like the coins in the first place? Like,
So when I was just going through, because I was like, I was doing that like last walk around in Gears 3, and the second coin you see is the one that I found. Like I was just looking around, and then as I looked at it, I saw like that little circular shape. I'm like, hold on, zoomed in, shot it, and then like I did this with the hammerburst, so it's not completely zoomed in. But so I shot it, and then it disappeared, and I'm like, did I hear something? Because there's a sound bite that happens, and so I went around like, okay, like oh my gosh, where's the other coins? And that's when I contacted chat. So I'm like, get in here now.
That was at trivia night at B-Dubs, unfortunately. So
He was at B-Dubs, yeah. Then the third one was the second one I found, and I'm like, okay, probably 3. 3 is a pretty big magic number in Easter eggs.
and the chapter ends right after that third
And the
one.
chapter ends right there, so I'm like, okay. There's only one other tree there's 2 other trees. There's one by the siege beast, and the other one's all the way down there, that first one. And I was looking at that tree. I'm like, is that it? Because with the hammerburst, you cannot, you can barely see it. So that's why in the video we did it on standard, so I can go to the previous chapter to pick up a long shot, because you can't pick up a long shot in that chapter until after you climb up the ladder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once I found those 3, that's when the mist happened. I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to see like the live reaction to like.
Oh my goodness, I was so giddy when I saw that first coin.
Our DMs were hilarious. Chaps, get in here!
Jabs! And I'm like yelling, like it was like, what, 4 or 5 different like messages, like, Jabs, where the fuck are you?
That's pretty cool. Imagine a lot of time goes into figuring all that out.
I can't wait for Gears 4 Easter eggs, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a whole new world.
Yep. All right, SuicideFox, thanks for joining us, man.
thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Great to talk about the game. I'm Looking forward to it. It looks awesome, pretty much in every aspect. So I hope to see all you guys playing it next month. Next month? Yeah, 5 weeks, right? 5 weeks.
Yeah, 2 days.
Unless you get the
2 days
Ultimate
and 1
Edition. If you're on the Ultimate Edition, you get it 4 days early, bro.
Yeah, so
I'm already up on that.
1 month and 2 days from right
Same.
now.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
crazy that it's this close. I mean, it feels like just yesterday we were watching that reveal at E3 2015.
Right.
And now here we are 1 month away from Gears of War 4, the real proper sequel,
I'll
5
be
years
seeing
in the making.
Will I see any of you guys at MLG Columbus?
Yeah, you'll see me. I'll be competing.
You will not see me, sadly.
I will not be there.
Yep, I have something that cannot be avoided. So
Yeah, it's a tough week. It's a holiday weekend.
Yeah,
so
it's a terrible weekend. If
Yeah.
I can't get many people to go, I'm probably not going to show up. It's a terrible weekend.
Yeah, it is what it is.
it wouldn't be the same IHOP adventure without us anyway. So
Yeah. All right.
oh, and same MLG adventure too, but it's mainly IHOP.
So that's all we've got for tonight then. I will put that Easter egg video up on YouTube here in a minute, or I'll make it live here in a minute. Thanks for joining us, guys. And I don't know when our next episode will be, but make sure you check out our website, follow us on Twitter, check out our YouTube page where we're starting to post more of that content now. So catch you later.
Content.